I'm going to Japan soon. I've got the flights booked, I know where I'll be staying, but I still don't feel prepared. I've been to Japan 2 times already, I know Japanese, and the last few months especially I've been so locked in studying for 3 to 5 hours every single day. But I still don't think I'm ready, not language wise, but there's something that I didn't prepare for at all, and I haven't realized it until recently. I haven't been practicing my social skills too much. When I'm in Japan, I speak to everyone. I'm like trying to be super social, right? Make friends, make the best use out of the trip. But the second I come home to Poland, I just lock in. I do my business stuff, I do my Japanese learning, I go spend time with my family. But mostly I just stay at home and I feel like it's okay. I'm progressing in business on YouTube, I'm progressing on my Japanese, but actually my social skills plummet down. They're like down in the drain. I haven't been too social at all these last few months and I haven't realized it. And this is the scary part. This is what might kind of ruin your trip in Japan because you might feel like you're social, you're in this very social mode because you're mistaking excitement for like readiness, if that makes sense. My name is Tomek and I help guys be more social when they go to Japan through improving their Japanese, but also learning all the cultural details that make social life easier. So what happened to me just throughout these last few months, I was like, yeah, I got that shit on lock. I will be able to be super social in Japan, shine my Japanese that I've been practicing this last couple months. But recently I tried to go out. I went to like a Japanese event in my town, and yeah, I did speak pretty well Japanese, but I was just so socially awkward. And I was looking back to myself from 3, 5 months ago when I was in Japan during the summer, where I was talking to everybody. I made like hundreds of friends and like spoke to even so many girls, right? I was just trying to level up all the aspects of my social confidence. And that was like my prime. Right now, I came back, went back to studying. I still felt like I got that shit, right? Like I can just turn that social thing on. Turns out it's not really true. You get really rusty in your social skills if you don't practice. And in 3 days, I'm flying to Asia. I'm going to the Philippines first and then to Japan. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm so stressed. I've been trying to go on Omegle, to go outside, to schedule meetups with my friends, to really just get back into this social flow. But it's not really going too well. When you're studying, preparing for Japan, obviously you will be at home a bit more. You'll be studying the language, maybe trying to make money in your business to really just have the funds to go and travel and do all the things that you want to do. And you might sacrifice that social aspect. If you go to Japan, no matter the social skill level, the social confidence that you have, you will still have heaps of fun. You'll enjoy yourself, have a really good time, just have a blast doing all the touristy stuff, visiting the temples, visiting the places from anime or movies that you know, going to the place that you saw on Instagram, meeting people, meeting like influencers that do the interviews in Shibuya and everything, and you'll be caught up in this constant stimulation. But then a couple days, weeks pass by, and you feel like, shit, there is something missing, yeah? Like, I feel like I had a goal for Japan, like, I visualized it to go a little bit different, right? In your dreams, when you fall asleep, you think of Japan, like, oh, this is my dream trip. I want something more from it, right? And that aspect that is missing is the social life. You have the social stimulation or stimulation in general, but you actually don't go out of your own way to meet people. What I mean by that is that if you're in Shibuya in a party district or whatever, people everywhere, you will be in a couple conversations, of course, at a bar or just people at your hostel. You will meet a bunch of people. Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you you'll just become a hikikomori and hate your trip. You're still going to have a good time, but you feel like you could have pushed for more. And I had this feeling every single day, because every single day I knew that I have the goal of wanting to meet new people and not by chance, but actually see somebody like let's say a beautiful girl, right? If I'm like single, I want to have some experiences, live like my Japan arc to the fullest. I'm like, okay, I'm in Japan, I want to speak to like a Japanese girl, right? But let's say I wasn't social, I was like socially passive, letting the environment shape my social mood. And so I didn't speak to anybody. This is also, let's say you see like a group of just Japanese people that you want to like go and party with them, for example. If you haven't built or practiced the skill of making new friends in the last couple months when you were at home, it will be very difficult. You might still have the motivation. The motivation will just push you to do it. It's risky because it might not happen. The motivation might just not be there. And then you're just going to regret not doing it. You went to Japan, you paid for the flight, you did the hard thing, you did the move, the jump. You're in this one of a kind place on the other side of the world, but you're still wasting potential. You're not making new friends and memories with friends. If you meet new people, if your memory is just seeing like a temple compared to you seeing a temple and meeting somebody at the temple, like a different tourist or just like a random Japanese person that works there or whatever, your memory spiced up by that social interaction will hit so much harder. It will stay in your mind better. It'll be easier to kind of recollect it, be like reminiscent of it and feel like, oh shit, yeah, I really had a good time in Japan. I should come back because I have people to come back to. That's kind of my philosophy for it. And from my own experience, so I'm saying that I'm not prepared right now, and this is like relatable, right? I'm saying that I'm not prepared right now because I wasn't too social, but I know I can really become super social in a short amount of time. I have Japanese, like I know Japanese, I can approach people using that language. If you don't have that, that's also something that you should probably improve as much as you can before going to Japan, because it just makes everything so much easier when you speak the language. You don't need to be fluent, but just being able to have conversations is like, oh, holy shit, now Japan is just brighter, the colors became more vivid, and a lot of the DLC just unlocked itself. I can speak to way more people. Another thing is, I've already been to Japan and I already spoke to a thousand of people probably throughout my whole trip. So I have the experience that kind of builds up my confidence. I went to Japan with the goal of speaking to people. So still I improved my social skills a little bit before going to Japan. And when I already was in Japan, I was like motivated and the goal felt like available. So I did it. And it was like, even if my confidence went down a little bit, I was like, okay, the motivation, I approach somebody and the confidence goes up. And so I was like leveling up in real time and I managed to pull off like an amazing run, social run in Japan. But right now, I feel like I'm not social. I probably should have started preparing like a month ago, 2 months ago. And by preparing, I mean going outside of my home environment, like school environment, work environment, just going into the city and meeting new people, or at least doing that online. You might not believe me, but speaking to people on Omegle, like Discord or on Yay, there's this other Japanese website like YAY and an exclamation mark where all the Japanese youngsters hang out. If you speak to strangers, not just your friends on Discord, you will still level up your social skills, right? But still, when I go to Japan right now, I will be probably way more social than the average person who has never put in the work. And this is just going to give me like such a return on investment. Like I'm going to enjoy Japan so much more. Like every single step you take towards learning Japanese and every single step you take towards being social is going to improve your Japanese experience. And why would that be the case, right? Is it unlocks so much opportunities. So for example, let's say you see 50 Japanese people. If you know Japanese, you feel like, oh, I could speak to these people. Like 50% of the confidence goes up. You're like 50% confident that you'll be able to speak to that person. But then if you have the social skills, That's the remaining 50%, because you have this social confidence of not only having a conversation, but actually starting the interactions, like going up, literally forcing your legs to walk towards the person that you want to speak to and saying the first konnichiwa, or saying the first ohayou gozaimasu, or saying the first sumimasen, chotto jikan arimasu ka. That sounds so simple, so easy, but it's so difficult. Actually, it's stressful. It's like, oh, I have to push myself out of my comfort zone, but it's so worth it. If you don't do it, if you've never done it in Japan, if you just did the normal run of like being okay, doing the touristy stuff, scratching your like itches of Japan, doing all the stuff that you wanted to do, you're still having a lot of fun. But imagine on top of that, you're able to speak to everybody around you and you just made friends. And I had this happen in Osaka on an average day, right? If it isn't so stimulating, you're just doing your daily activities in Japan, it's still fun. Okay, you're still going to see a bunch of new stuff, but your mood is a little bit down, like not that excited, like, oh, okay, fine, just another day. But then I was like, holy shit, yeah, let me just speak to a person, let me see what's up. I go and approach like one girl, tell her that her outfit is really nice, and suddenly my view of the whole world, of my reality shifted, and everything, I got so much more dopamine. It's like I put on this like filter that just made me happier, because I did something, I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. I suddenly had somebody like near me, like a Japanese girl, and on that specific day we went shopping together. She helped me like choose some clothes, and you see how that's like such a fun experience. You could have done it by yourself, just get a new pair of Japanese denim pants or whatever. But if you do it with like a person by your side, it becomes a memory. And a memory, not just as a thought, but a memory that has emotion attached to it. And this happened every single day. Every single day in Japan, I started with my mood being pretty high up. Okay, I'm in Japan, I'm living the dream. But it would like stay like this throughout the whole day, maybe go down a little bit. And when I did those social interactions, when I went up to a guy and like told him a compliment, like, dude, sick outfit, or if I went to a girl, tell her she's cute, or if I had a little conversation with a Japanese grandpa or like a grandma, it's like boom, boom, my baseline just goes up, and everything else that I do in that day is just so much more fun. Not even because I hang out with that person, but just because I'm like in this social mood and more opportunities. I feel like I can speak to anybody. That kind of boosts my mood in general, right? You feel a part of a community, you feel like more free. You feel like, oh, I can express myself. I don't feel fear judgment. I can speak to people, really just be myself. If you want to meet up with me in Japan, because I said I'm literally going there in February and March, I'll be in Japan. Message me on Instagram, there's a link in the description. We could actually meet up and like do those social activities together, like, because this is another thing that I didn't mention that makes it so much easier and so much more fun when you do everything with like a guy by your side that's like pushing you and introducing you to like Japanese people. I can like help you out, break through that initial barrier, even if you didn't prepare socially for Japan too much in the last few months before you came here, right? So yeah, thanks for watching, and go and watch this video right now for more knowledge on Japanese social skills.